Los Angeles is spread out, and public transportation is limited. No. Oh, it's Matthew McConaughey, always with the shirt off. Let's step into the van. Got some nice fish for you. The real target, which is to give chickens the vote. Any autoerotic asphyxia?
We just passed a biggie, yeah.
This, by the way, is amazing. LA, clearly, I got it all wrong. Who told us about this place? It's great.
Keeping it real. I'm flying into LA to get pitched on some new competitive reality series that I ain't gonna touch with a 10-foot pole. I like LAX because I prefer direct flights like most sane people. But the legendary LA traffic means where you stay has a big effect on which airport you use. Los Angeles International's on the west side. Long Beach is down south. And Bob Hope Airport is up in Burbank.
If you're anywhere on the east side or in the valley, fly into Burbank. It's so much better.
While there are several options for public transportation, they all pretty much suck.
You know, I try and use the subway, but it doesn't go where I want to go.
Metro, not the easiest thing to use in the world. And a car just gives you a little freedom, and that's kind of what LA is about.
Nobody walks in LA. Everybody drives. That's just the way it is. And you need a car anyway, so you can pull up to the drive-thru and order off the secret menu.
I landed at LAX, stop at the In-N-Out Burger out by the airport. Oh, it's so good. Let me get a double-double animal style.
Double-double animal style.
And a chocolate shake.
And chocolate shake.
Animal style is code for cooked with like mustard and grilled onions, pickles, lettuce, tomato, and extra spread, whatever that is.
It's a ritual on the way from the airport, on the way to the airport, In-N-Out Burger.
It is indeed fast food. It is indeed a chain. They also manage to cook every damn burger fresh to order, and they'll cook it whatever temperature you want it.
The only American chain worth a damn. These things are even good cold and congealed. Take it from me.
They also treat their employees like human beings and make very good French fries and shakes. Take that, evil clown.
Oh, that's gonna stain.
An off-camera shirt change, and to my quarters. I admit it, I'm a professional at this by now. I had another shirt ready to go in the back. I have been to this rodeo before.
When we shot here for no reservations, I think I was driving a 1969 Buick Imperial. I deserve a Porsche, and I deserve to get into a car accident with a transsexual hooker while high on crack and get away with it. This is Los Angeles. I'm on TV.
I am a liar. I am scum. I used to talk about LA, because that's kind of what you're expected to do as a New Yorker.
I go out with our usual New York attitude, thinking, it sucks out here, they don't know anything. It's the end of the world, it's corrupting, it's la-la land, lotus land, ba-ba-ba.
But I long ago agreed to suck the scabby of the great television Satan. So really, I ain't hardly no virgin when it comes to LA or Hollywood, or just being a big, nasty media whore.
Talk to me one day later after driving around in a nice car with the top down. I'm thinking, I can live out here. Oh, yeah.
So I can admit it now. I love it out here. I love the palm trees, the strip malls, the Pacific Ocean, the whole quirky, straight out of a million movies thing.
Some of the stereotypes is definitely that everyone here is blonde, tan, and stupid, and that's not the case.
We are not unfriendly. We're not rude, and we're not stuck in our own world. Just don't put your camera in our face, and we'll all get along.
Is LA a city or something else? It doesn't really matter, does it? It is 468 square miles of something, with 114 different neighborhoods.
Silver Lake,
Iho, Skid Row, the Valley,
West Hollywood,
Little Tokyo, Echo Park, Venice Beach,
Korean, Thais, Salvadorans, Mexicans, everything.
None of those places are actual cities unto themselves, but they're these small pockets and areas and neighborhoods known for the people who live there, the communities that have settled there, and the things that they have to offer.
I am a hotel slut. This is well known, meaning I am seriously loyal to and enthusiastic about the few hotels in the world that I genuinely love. And I love no hotel more dearly than the Chateau Marmont. It's classic. Has been since 1929. Survived 5 major earthquakes, as well as guests like Jim Morrison, John Belushi, Hunter Thompson. Checking in, some checking out.
The main hotel is like legendary, dark, comfortable. It's informal. You feel like you're staying at a kooky uncle's place. Generally, anybody can get in here as long as you behave according to certain undefined rules. You don't geek out on who you may or may not see here. You definitely don't take pictures, and you just don't behave like an You will be treated the same as the famous guy at the next table.
At some point, for no specific reason I could ever fathom, they started putting me in one of the legendary bungalows.
Welcome to my happy place.
About as discreet as it gets.
Living room, fireplace, guest room, guest bathroom, bedroom. This is the haunted bungalow, by the way. We try not to talk about that here. Own entrance, so I can just pull right up, put my car in the garage, slide right in, and start dismembering prostitutes.
If it's a beach you need, the Hotel Shangri-La over in Santa Monica on Ocean Avenue is real nice. Look out the window and the Pacific is right there, as is the Venice Beach Boardwalk. You got a fire pit on the rooftop, solar power pool, 6-person shower in the rock and roll suite, don't ask, and like that. These guys opened in 1939 and they too have entertained VIPs like, wow, the Dalai Lama stayed here? Wow, it's kind of weird. If you're looking to hole up close to the airport and arguably the best of the In-N-Out burgers, there's the Custom Hotel only a mile away. You can keep tabs on your flight from the LAX Lounge, which is designed to look like an airport VIP club. Yes, also if you're into dressing up like a Pan Am stewardess circa 1960 and getting spanked or some, this might be a good place to do it. Bar, pool, all your basic needs.
When I first came here, I really didn't like LA that much. I didn't want to mingle. I didn't want to be out there. So if, like me, you're uncomfortable with even being here in the first place, this is the perfect hotel. You can hide here. You don't even know you're in LA. You can't see anything. 360 degrees, get your own little yard, and they can't see you. And that's true anywhere in the hotel. There's no hotel like this in the world as far as I'm concerned. This is my favorite hotel. And we're right above the Sunset Strip. All of that is outside the high hedges, the trees, and the walls. Doesn't exist. This is campus, and you can be totally forgiven for never wanting to leave campus. Just watch the drinks, they're expensive.
I love the beach. LA beaches, not so much.
And if you're lucky, you might see Ben Affleck chasing his hair along the beach, like a big tumbleweed. Oh, it's Matthew McConaughey, always with the shirt off. There's Owen Wilson, the butterscotch stallion, working on his signature hue. But doesn't Jim Rockford keep his trailer around here somewhere?
Around here, once you stop looking good with your shirt off, they kill you. Matthew McConaughey, your days are numbered.
My cell phone's going off and I want to be very LA and pick it up right now, but I'm not going to. I would say being from Los Angeles, the thing I like about Los Angeles is first and foremost the weather.
We like to eat in picnics.
What LA has become premier at, the best, is food trucks. And the phenomena really moved up because of 2 guys in particular. One of them, of course, is this guy, Ludo Lefebvre.
I'm not American, I'm French, but I know how to cook chicken.
Maybe you know him from such shows as Ludo Bites and Top Chef. He started out doing high-end French and defected from the whole Michelin star thing to the infinitely more democratic and fun Gorilla Fried Chicken.
Ça va, Tony?
How are you, man?
Yeah, good, and you? Good to see you.
You're in the middle of nowhere. You really are a gorilla food truck.
Yeah.
How do they find you?
Twitter, Facebook, and, they see the truck, they follow the truck. That's cool,
Too much. Do you have any problems with the city? Are they okay with this?
They're okay with that. I mean, we got a permit and...
I mean, that's amazing. A lot of cities are really cracking down on this. They're not embracing this this movement. I think it's a really positive one.
So I hope you like fried chicken.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Chicken is my passion. I love chicken.
Really, that's all they serve. Chicken wings, chicken strips, chicken balls. Not testicles, potty mouth. Balls, like round, fried bits of chicken.
So that's our chicken pepite. So they're brine overnight.
Right.
And after we fry them. That's my wife, Chrissy.
Hello.
Hi.
That's my son.
Hello, young man.
Hi.
Hey, Luca. Oh, Luca, you want some fried chicken?
Our little balls.
They're awesome.
With classic biscuit, which Ludo can hardly pronounce, but sure as knows how to make. Baked with honey and lavender.
Biscuit.
That's
good,
extraordinary.
huh? Not bad for French guys, huh?
It is a serious left turn for a career, though. I mean, this is classic Americana.
Yeah. But you know, Tony, before I was very selfish, and sometimes you forgot to cook for people. And I realize that more and more every day, you know, it's really to make people happy and not just to cook for myself.
Crispy chicken sandwich, batter fried chicken, coleslaw with red wine vinaigrette, béarnaise sauce on good bread. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's obscenely good.
That's good, huh?
Oh, that's good any time of day.
When you're talking food trucks, there's another guy, the godfather really, who elevated the whole thing into the stratosphere of alt culture. Roy Choi, master of Kogi Barbecue. Back in 2008, Kogi Barbecue started serving Mexican-style tacos using Korean components like kalbi short ribs and kimchi. These are not trucks really, but elusive objects of desire.
2 short rib tacos and 1 spicy pork.
Taco, carne, puerco. Muy crispy, muy crispy.
Other Korean Mexican mashups include burritos with hash browns and eggs, spicy pineapple tortas, and the blackjack quesadilla, spicy pork, caramelized onions, cheddar jack cheese with salsa verde. You want it. I know you do.
We do have the best Mexican food of anywhere in the world, except maybe Mexico.
Which is why even in Little Tokyo you can find Señor Fish, serving sea bass, yellowtail, mahi. Angelinos come here for the ensenada-style fish tacos, lightly battered, deep fried. Corn, not flour, tortillas, fish, cabbage, hot sauce, and guacamole. Classic must-have in LA.
What's up, Chrissy? You have a problem?
I don't know if
She
Anthony wants
complained.
to try. No, he wants to try wings too.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've had enough to eat it.
Yes, but I'll try it anyway. That looks good. Thank you.
Honey garlic chicken wings, perfect dessert.
Whoa, that's completely awesome. 15 years in LA. What's the best part about being out here?
You know, when I arrived here, Tony, I was so French. And at that time, I was just cooking foie gras, truffle, always the same thing. And when I arrived in LA, I learned so much about different culture and flavor. And I think LA, it's really about that. All the different culture and flavor we have here. And you can have a good food on the street, in the restaurant, everywhere.
Why can't I get with the program? I could live out here if I did a game show and about 90% more barbecue-centered shows and was a completely different person.
When I grew up, I watched all the time, you know, what's the name of the show? Malibu, what's the name of the show?
Baywatch?
Yeah, voila, yeah. I watched a lot of Baywatch, you know, so, you know, when I arrived in LA, you know, the first day, trust me, I went on the beach. But I was very disappointed because that's not what they show on TV. It was a big lie. I did not see too many Pamela Anderson, you know, on the beach.
I like you. I shall call you Oxy. He's completely unconscious. He's on the nod. He's out there riding a high a mile wide. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back to reality. Lay off the dope, man. Oh, great. Take a big crap. That's nice.
Sun, surf, thousands of women with identical breasts and noses. There's that.
Right now, LA has the best art on the planet Earth.
There's also like museums and galleries.
Art galleries. One of my favorite ones is La Luz de Jesus at the Soap Plant.
The La Luz de Jesus gallery features narrative paintings, sculpture, work by Southern Californian artists. Admission is free, and the themes, this is interesting, range from subjects like sex and death. So it's a fun alternative to a world where it's sometimes too easy to think that Michael Bay's worldview is all there is.
Going to Wacko and get a book.
After art, there's the premier emporium of pop culture in Los Angeles since 1974.
Best kept secret in Los Angeles is Wacko.
Wind-up toys, tiki collectibles, your one-stop shop for hipster accessories and bric-a-brac. And I love bric-a-brac.
Feel better now? Well, have a nice day.
Los Angeles is not, I found out way too late, about Hollywood at all. It's about Koreans.
Visit Koreatown. If you don't make that a part of your agenda, you may miss it. And if you miss Koreatown, you might miss the pulse and the beat of, a major part of our city.
Home to the largest concentration of ethnic Koreans outside of Seoul. It is, I will tell you from previous experience, a whole other world, and a delicious one. Roy Choi suggested we meet at Hamji Park for a taste.
When I came to this neighborhood the first time, it was late at night, and there were all these really crowded businesses. I get out of the car, and there's doormen out front. They're like, no. There's no restaurant here. No outsiders welcome. Has that changed at all?
You can go anywhere, but there are still late night spots that we only know about. 5 years ago, nobody was coming to Koreatown, unless you really knew or you came with a friend. And then now you go to Korean barbecue spots and 50% are non-Korean.
Right. There's 50 white girls all said, I want the live octopus. I saw it on TV.
The meal starts with banchan, or side dishes.
So these spots aren't as elaborate with their banchan as traditional Korean restaurants, because these type of places for Koreans are mainly just for straight carnivore. Never pour your own beer.
Oh, that's right.
This place is famous for 3 dishes in particular. Samgyeopsal, pork belly you grill at the table, dwaeji kalbi, pork spare ribs marinated in spicy pepper paste, and gamjatang, which translates to potato soup but is really pork neck stew.
This, by the way, is amazing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, they're known for this. It's called gamjatang. You usually find this soup either in college towns or taxi stands, where all the taxis go and eat.
Oh, you got all this grooves of slow-cooked meat in there.
The flavors are so explosive. It's almost like seeing sunlight for the first time. There's subtlety in some things, but most of our foods is
strong,
powerful,
assertive
powerful
flavors.
Stuff, man.
Instead of the usual Korean barbecue or bibimbap, try yuchun. Their house specialty is a cold noodle soup called jjignaengmyeon. Black noodles are made from the kudzu vine, known as the vine that ate the South. They soften the noodles in boiling water, then shock them in cold water to stop the cooking. You want chewy, not mushy. Add sesame oil, pickled white radish, cucumber kimchi, hot pepper paste, julienne fresh cuke, couple of slices of boiled beef, a hard-cooked egg, sesame seeds, and finally, ice-cold broth. Heaven. Have them cut your noodles with scissors if inebriated for more efficient bowl-to-mouth delivery. Slurp that up and drink broth straight from bowl. There you go.
It's always an awkward moment when people say, what's your favorite restaurant in LA? I don't think of restaurants in LA.
Yeah, as far as saying I'm going to go to a restaurant, it's not about that here in LA.
Why isn't LA like San Francisco or Chicago or New York?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, I think. And you have good restaurants here.
But
the roots of the city are around a lot of immigrants. Korean, Thai, Indian, Japanese, Honduran, El Salvadorian, and on and on. And so the bones of the city are not European. And I think that's a big thing to do with LA. There's no European root here.
That's the best explanation I've ever heard. Saying the whole infrastructure, the
whole
roads
infrastructure.
are just not geared towards Europe.
We're coming from a different part of the world, even though we are American.
Right.
And then also, because LA is such a huge city, you don't have much time to explore it. So if you're only here for 2-3 days, you're gonna explore an area kind of like where you're staying at, right? Every other culture in the world wakes up and says, how can I find the most delicious thing today? And how many trains do I have to take to get there to eat this, right?
Right.
Because only one guy in the world, in one alley, behind one post, on a certain day when he's there, only makes this, right? But here in America, it's only out of convenience.
Certainly in Asia, you see that all over.
Yeah.
You get in the car, the whole family gets in the car, drive halfway across Malaysia. You're absolutely right. But that's true of Italians as well.
Italian, oh yeah, all across the world. And we brought a little bit of that to the streets of LA.
Yeah, right.
Bars close at 2 a.m. in LA, allegedly. In Koreatown, that's a more permeable line, they say.
Yeah.
A worn billboard displays North and South Korean presidents smiling at each other from across the national flag. Dansung-sa, built almost entirely of wood in the style of the Pojang matcha. Old school, recognizable to anybody coming over from the old country, a certain time and place.
What are we drinking?
This is a fermented rice drink. It's an old peasant drink. They used to ferment it kind of like kimchi, and you just drink like this. And this stuff gets you wasted.
So, Korean nightclubs.
Yeah.
I'm not going, but
you should. A lot different than American nightclubs. You don't just go in and just swarm around like a meat market and try to pick up a girl and you don't do that. You get a booth or a table, and then you get all kinds of food sent to you and drinks sent to you.
So it's like bottle service.
It's all bottle service, but the thing is you don't pick up on girls, they bring girls to you.
Nice girls with families looking for a man?
Yeah, they're nice girls with families
looking for a
man for tonight, yeah.
I have personal qualms about the system, but if you're a girl, you can just go in, get a table, not pay anything, and they bring you food and drink. But you have to consent to being dragged by the wrist around to various paying men's tables, and you talk to them. It's kind of like speed dating, except the girls have no agency.
You could go slightly different at the Prince for some laid-back, loungy fun. Opened in the 20s as a steakhouse in the Windsor Hotel, Korean owners took it over in the 70s but kept the wonderfully oddball vintage decor. One of the best preserved interiors in LA. You come here for pitchers of beer and Korean-style fried chicken.
Chicken is a very, very famous chicken.
Served with white radish, cabbage, pickled jalapenos, and homemade hot sauce. Take your rice flour wraps called duck bo sam and add a little of everything.
Try it. It's really good.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome.
Chicken gizzard, and this is spicy octopus. Yeah.
Crunchy. You said bar food, I thought, tapas. No, that's a big plate of food.
Koreans eat a lot.
Here's a question. So you go out with the guys, have a few drinks, meet some girls. By the time you meet the girls, you've had 9 pounds of food.
And your face.
And your face. I would have serious performance anxiety. I'm gonna go home, my belly's gonna be out to here. I'm gonna lay there on the bed farting.
Yeah, there's not much savoir-faire, It's you've eaten all this garlic, your shirt's opened up, your hair's all messed up,
And you got whiskey.
And you got whiskey. That's how we get it on.
I prepare some suitably racist and anti-Semitic remarks for my arresting officer prepared to drive home drunk, Hollywood style. I kid.
Telling locals from tourists is generally pretty easy. Most tourists tend to dress a little bit more like you would expect. The shorts, the button-up Hawaiian shirts, the hats, the fanny pack, the whole thing. But pretty much LA is a very big workout, healthy gym, hiking, running, whatever. So people who are from here, they're either dressed to go somewhere and do something, or they're dressed for working out.
While outside the lush, green, protective foliage of the chateau, the rest of LA goes about their business. On campus, I am far from the madness. Serene.
Ooh, Snooki found a man. He seems nice.
Here's 2 more options. Philippe's is a personal favorite, and of course, the King Eddie Saloon. Located in Chinatown, a few blocks from Union Station, Philippe's is best known for their French-dipped sandwiches. It's set up like an old-school cafeteria diner, and you can get a cup of coffee for a shocking 10 cents. But the breakfast gutbusters of choice are the cake donuts. No sugar, no icing, none of that. Just the roundest, plumpest damn donuts in LA. Or head over to Skid Road, 50 blocks downtown, allegedly free of Sebastian Bach. There's the King Eddie Saloon. They start pouring here at 6 a.m. The liquor you want and very likely need if you're showing up crack of 6. Such legendary sportsmen as Raymond Chandler and Charles Bukowski were said to frequent the establishment, where blender drinks are not likely to be found. But beer and whiskey, you got it.
I won't be needing this because I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. If you speak Spanish, you'll have an advantage when traveling in LA. About 44% of Angelinos speak it as a first or second language. Got that, essay? If you're looking to catch a glimpse of celebrities while in Hollywood, ditch the Star Maps guide and catch a television taping instead. What kind of sick would do that? All right, little breakfast?
It is a tragic footnote to my mediocre career that one of my biggest successes, putting anything on a menu anywhere, was this thing. A riff on an established egg recipe.
Always crack eggs on a flat surface, never on the rim. Get little pieces of stuff in there.
I put it on the menu at a West Village saloon back in the 70s. Simplest thing in the world. Bacon, little butter, eggs, scallions, swirl in sour cream.
Now, you might ask yourself, why in a perfectly good hotel with perfectly good food would you want to cook? Well, because you can. I mean, there's a kitchen. Plus, if you're like me and you're traveling all the time, you know, you're really doing the layover thing, like you're staying in a lot of hotels, isn't it nice to do something kind of vaguely normal? Little things like cooking for yourself, you know, that makes a big difference. Retire to the veranda. Little thing like that, you know, it ain't much. Scrambled eggs. I feel like a human being again.
"13 hours until my plane, and uncharacteristically for me, I'm heading to Hollywood Boulevard, the very heart of the desperate, touristy, moronic inferno."
You know what's really amazing about celebrities? Like, they're not just short, but they're really tiny. They're really, really, really skinny because the camera adds 10 pounds, believe me. So they are all freakishly skinny and tiny, short, with huge heads. They're like E.T. Big head equals success. Direct proportion. Tiny body, big, big bobblehead.
I may not give a about the Walk of Fame, but I do love a good, grisly, Hollywood-related death. And that's what Scott Michaels and his dearly departed tours specialize in.
We are about to turn onto the glamorous Hollywood Boulevard.
The location and sordid details of every lurid mishap and tragedy, from the notorious to the obscure, in this city of angels.
Now, Marie Prevost, she filmed over 121 movies. And then Hollywood sort of stopped calling, and at the end, she was drinking herself to death. She lived in this apartment building called the Aftonian, and no doubt she would take her little pet dachshunds on walks out these very doors around the neighborhood. Now, there's been a lot of rumors about what happened to Marie. There's been songs written about what happened to Marie.
Yeah, Nick Lowe.
Nick Lowe. She was the winner that became the doggy's dinner.
Right.
Her dog did indeed try to wake her up. She had bite marks on the backs of her legs. The dog did not consume her. Like Kenneth Anger's book, Hollywood Babylon. That's the picture he painted.
The dog didn't eat her?
No, I'll show you.
We got some post-mortem shots?
Of course I do. There you go. People crack jokes about her all the time, being eaten up by her dog, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, but it's a really good story. I prefer the Iger version.
Why let the truth get in the way of a good story? That's the way it always
totally
goes.
let the air out of my balloon.
He's destroyed a lot of people's reputations.
Lenny Bruce died on the crapper, at least?
He did, yes.
Oh, well.
So did, Elvis, Lenny?
Elvis, Judy Garland.
Judy. But Elvis is the only one that was sitting on the toilet that was actually using the toilet. The rest of them were just shooting up.
If dead celebrities are not your thing, how about dead animals? Necromance is a wonderland of taxidermy, a Norman Bates theme park specializing in an A-list of the animal kingdom. You got your big game to your butterflies. Ooh, a baby duck. The hobby shop deals with skulls and bones and antique medical supplies, which make, I can tell you, the perfect stocking stuffers for that suicidal goth chick you want to impress.
This is your cat skeleton. Keep it straight up.
Tell her you love her with a home trepanning kit.
Any autoerotic asphyxia in town?
Yeah. I didn't think it was over by the Black Dahlia house, but
Albert Decker?
Yeah. Oh, that's got it all. He was a California state assemblyman. He was in East of Eden with James Dean.
Really?
They found him dead in his bathtub. He had a noose around his neck and handcuffs that were handcuffed behind him. In his handcuffs were the rope that led to the noose so he could manipulate it from behind. He had 2 hypodermic needles sticking out of his right buttock, 2 sun rays drawn around his nipples with lipstick, the word sucker written on his chest, and on his other buttock was the word whip.
Wow, now that's what I'm talking about.
Actually, my car, I have an old Lexus, probably more beat up than I am.
Well, I got me a 93 Ford Explorer. I wear them out, and I've crashed 4 of them, unfortunately.
My car is named Rufus, and it's a black Volvo, which I love very much.
All this driving in sunlight is oppressive. I gotta get creative.
Yellow. Yeah. So hoarders are big now. That's what the kids want today. Shows about hoarding. So here's the pitch. Ghost hoarders. They're hoarders, but they're dead. Get it? We send a team in to, like, I don't know, help them with their hoarding. And maybe we could do the show in New Jersey. So it could be like Ghost Hoarders of New Jersey. I'm guessing about $50,000. How much can it cost? Yeah, we'll shoot it over the weekend. It's beautiful.
What do they have a lot of in LA that you most probably don't have enough of? Answer, good Mexican food. I'm talking Mexican food like in Mexico. Over in Atwater Village, home to generations of Mexicans and Filipinos, there's this place, Tacos Via Corona. It's only a couple of miles, but the distance keeps most travelers away.
Let's see, what should I have?
You want to try 1 chicken and 1 steak taco?
Perfect.
And you like onion, cilantro, and salsa?
Everything, yeah. Thanks.
Family run, hole in the wall. All the marks of quality. Maria and Felicia Flores churn out tacos and burritos from a closet-sized kitchen. And you're lucky if you can ever grab one of the very few seats.
They're tiny. It looks good. Oh, wow. Why are these so awesome? Gently. Tortillas are amazing. Who told us about this place? It's great.
Fast, delicious food can be found and cheap all over LA. Check out the roadside fruit stand where they throw fresh cut fruits like mango, coconut, pineapple, whatever they got at hand into a plastic bag, along with some salt, chili, and lime. $5 worth of spicy, fresh, tasty, and actually pretty good for you.
Oh, what are you eating?
What's that?
Do you have a breakfast burrito?
Oh, yeah, chorizo, papa's burrito.
Maybe I'll get a breakfast burrito, maybe just 1 bite. Yeah, what the hell? Chorizo, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Here's why they serve breakfast all day here. The Papa's Burrito.
Holy crap, this is a whole different story. That's a torpedo. Potatoes, chorizo, all that good stuff. I ate this whole thing. He'll be visiting me on that Dead Celebrity tour. Wow. I could eat this whole thing. But that would be wrong. Very wrong. Well, I think we learned something today. That was good. Real good. And these customers look suspiciously like hipsters. Come on in. How are these hipsters finding this place? I will be a man on the street reporter. I will inquire. How should I address them? As bro? Dude? Which would be appropriate?
The way I found out about this place, actually, was that the Beastie Boys used to have their record label office across the street. And we both had a number of friends that worked there over the years, and they would always eat at Tacos Villa Corona, so we started eating there, too.
Good traffic today. Awesome.
I spoke too soon.
Anywhere you go, expect traffic.
You want to have your radio stations, your CDs, and your beverages ready to go because you'll be on the 405, the 5, the 101, the 10, the 60, the 90 at some point in your life for a long time.
Instead of sitting on the freeway, I wish I was at Book Soup.
Book Soup in LA is an institution. It's the bookstore that I've been coming to since I was probably 6 years old.
One of the last great independent bookstores. Every shelf is personally curated by the well-read staff. They have an amazing and esoteric collection of unsurpassed LA-related weirdness. A great and rare pocket of wonderful and strange and beautiful. And they're a major stopover for all the heavy-hitting authors to read. Everybody loves this place.
Man, what are you looking at? Oh, right, it's LA. I gotta be nice. There's like road rage or something out here. They may look like gentle Californians. Some of them are heavily armed.
Always have your valet money to go.
I feel like you have to basically valet everywhere. In the last year, I've paid about $400 of parking tickets, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask about parking.
I don't need to have a valet parking to park the car. You know, everything is free on the street. People park their car here.
Palms are kind of sinister at night, aren't they?
There are certain restaurants that emanate a magnetic force. Places almost designed with my specific likes, loves, and compulsions in mind. In the Fairfax district bordering Hollywood and Beverly Hills, a few doors down from where Larry King farts into his banquette at Cantor's, the seemingly counterintuitive Animal, a carnivore-centric restaurant specializing in all those good bits, giving lie to all the stereotypes about what people eat out here. John Shook and Vinny Totolo have done a very good thing.
This is exactly the kind of menu that chefs dig. They either want to eat it or they wish they could get away with cooking it in their restaurants or both.
That's good to hear.
And in LA.
We knew we were taking a huge risk. This is who we are. This is the things that we love to eat.
Who are your customers?
People will drive in from out of town, other chefs,
college kids,
and it's just local neighborhood people, because that's originally what it was for. It's just a neighborhood restaurant.
Marrow bone, roasted, topped with chimichurri and caramelized onions, and served with brioche toast.
Whoa, that's good. That's awesome. It's like a brioche, right? Ooh, nice. That sweetness really works with the chimichurri.
After marrowbone, there's chicken hearts, hamachi tostada, coconut sweetbreads, and pigtails, my favorite. Oh, and crispy rabbit legs.
Oh, nice.
Crispy rabbit legs, lemon aioli, radishes, and beans, just blanched and split.
Yeah, really good. You guys are not around. When it comes to flavor, you're not shy about it at all.
No, and I think like that's what you're seeing a lot of this young new generation in LA is like they're going big. Acid, salt, fat, it's all got to be there.
If I wasn't already spectacularly happy here, I might be tempted to try one of two dinner-only spots, Coca Coco and Red Medicine. Coca Coco in Little Tokyo is my kind of place. The Japanese izakaya where Master Chef Tomohiro Sakata grills yakitori over traditional white charcoal flown in from the Kyushu Prefecture of Japan. Chicken livers, heart, thigh, skin, and if you get there early, ask about the off-the-menu stuff like the sublime bonjiri, the chicken butt, if you will, because that runs out fast. Regulars sit out at the counter, so make yourself a regular. For late-night, non-traditional Vietnamese, there's Red Medicine in Beverly Hills. It's a modern take on French and Vietnamese involving very creative uses of herbs and flowers. You're talking about some pretty amazing-looking plates, painstakingly prepared by Chef Jordan Kahn and crew. Artichokes, ocean trout, foie gras, swordfin squid. I gotta go to this place. Open late until 2 a.m. and very popular with food service industry types.
My favorite restaurant right now in Los Angeles is probably Red Medicine.
Which is a good sign, my friends. Back at Animal, however, I'm just tucking into my foie gras locomoco.
Nice.
This is a take on a traditional Hawaiian dish. They just do the Spam, the egg, the burger, and the rice. We put some foie gras in here. There's still Spam in this, by the way.
Spam and foie, that's a bold concept. Oh, yeah. This is not what I thought it was going to be. I was aware of what parts of the animal you were cooking here. I thought the flavors were going to be European.
Right.
It's been a real surprise. It's not about Europe at all.
No.
Yeah.
So, how do I get a medical marijuana card?
You need a California driver's license.
Yeah.
I need a California driver's license? That's some racist man.
I no longer partake. But if I had to pick my absolute favorite bar in Los Angeles, it would be the White Horse.
Tiki Tea.
The Edison.
Harvard and Stone.
Crazy Hook, it's like this Korean pirate bar.
There are a few legendary institutions in every city. A much-loved, mostly locals, couldn't exist any place but here kind of a place. Jumbo's Clown Room is one of them, a last refuge for the ancient art of burlesque. This ain't no strip club. The girls here take their acts very seriously and athletically. And I mean this absolutely sincerely. This is a place I'd bring a date. It's a lot of fun, attracting a great mix of types.
It's more of like a bar, obviously you can tell. There's a lot of chicks in the place just drinking.
Coming here around 4 o'clock in the afternoon would be perfect.
It's gotta be hard to do.
There's something remarkably wholesome about this establishment, isn't there?
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of charming.
Yeah, it's very charming.
Oh, what is this?
Tequila.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
If beer out of a can is not what you want, there is the Varnish in downtown. A speakeasy hidden away in the back of Cole's restaurant where the bartenders, Eric Alperin and Chris Bostic, are putting on a show of their own. Bespoke spirits and fresh juices, purees, and syrups. The drinks menu is short and sweet, but the bartender's choice is often the way to go.
Here we have a Queen's Park Swizzle, Trinidad-style mojito, sugar, mint, lime, white rum, and then we have Angostura and Peychaud bitters to float on top. When you drink it, just push the bitters down. You get it all integrated. It's pretty nice.
Take a chance. Me, I'm more of a Jumbo's guy.
That was amazing.
She teaches my course in sur la table. She told me. I think we've learned something today. We've learned that you guys operate a really awesome restaurant.
Thank you very much.
LA, clearly, I got it all wrong. In Jumbo's Clown Room, this is a fine establishment. This is family-friendly fun.
Yeah.
Maybe don't bring the kids.
Well, time to get the out of Dodge. I got a red eye to catch.
I've come to like you, my friend. You may be a little douchey, but you have your good points.
It's good out here. Period. Matter, settled. But I don't have to live here. For me, LA, still and likely always will be an exotic wonderland. Baby, I don't care.